Our team, our community. This is Condors Town, and this is another Energy Condors connection. Now, here's Erik Fox and Ryan Holt.
Some people may think Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year, but I'm thinking another wonderful time of the year is playoff time. And it's definitely a good season going down right now. My name is Erik Fox here from Energy 95.3, joined from Ryan Holt, of course, and our special guest today, Max Gildon. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. It's great to be on. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great time of year. You're right. It's better than Christmas.
At least you know you're opening a good gift is what you're doing. You're opening more bonus hockey.
We're not getting socks.
Well, you know what? When you get older, socks are actually a really good thing to get for Christmas. So not complaining about that. Let's jump into it like we always do here with Condors Connection. We first talk about Edmonton, what's going on up there. Not only is it playoff time here in Condors Town, it's also playoff time going on in Edmonton, starting the series with Winnipeg tonight. Ryan, what are we looking at with this?
Yeah, well, it's great to get the Oilers won in the playoffs, but also, I think we've waited the last 3-4 days, watched all the other teams around the league kind of get going for their playoffs. So great to get the Oilers back in. It's going to be a fun series with Winnipeg. Great to see a number of former Condors, in the lineup tonight. And also, we'll probably play in the series as well, too. I think, I was doing some numbers. I think there's 14 guys over the last, 4 or 5 years who have been in Bakersfield. And I think that's great to see. And, especially kind of being in the States, and not being able to watch the Oilers, at least on, TV all the time. I think it's great to have the playoffs and have all the games on NBC and have the games down here locally as well, too, for everybody to be able to watch, without having to get subscriptions and stuff. So, yeah, you're going to get to watch the two best players in the world do their thing, and should be an exciting series.
Which will we be watching for as we drop the puck tonight?
Yeah, the Oilers dominated the regular season series with Winnipeg. It's a good matchup for Edmonton, just kind of the way, Winnipeg has some injuries right now. But, hey, the playoffs are a different beast. And, you always get kind of those unsung heroes in the postseason, it seems like. Guys who, maybe had an okay regular season, but, they turn it on in the playoffs. And a couple of years ago, that was Zach Kassian for Edmonton and kind of had a big playoff run. And nobody really cares about what you do in the regular season. It's all about what you do now.
Well, let's talk about that. The regular season has wrapped, obviously, not only in the NHL, but also the AHL. As the Pacific Division, it is different this year. Ryan, for maybe people that don't know what's going on with the whole setup, can you share a little bit of what that's going to be like for this year?
Yeah, pretty simple. Now it's simple just because we're in the semifinals, I guess. But it's a best-of-3 series against San Diego. The winner is going to go to a best-of-3 final for the Pacific Division title. And there won't be, a full Calder Cup this year, but, we're going to have home games this Friday and Sunday and Monday if necessary, and hopefully knock out the Gulls and advance to the finals. And a big part of that's going to be the guy on the blue line that's chatting with us here with Max. And Max, this past weekend, 2 out of 3 in Henderson, the top team in the division, and you guys got 2 wins. How important was it to kind of finish the year on a positive note like you guys did?
Yeah, it was really important. You always want to be feeling good, be a little bit hot going into playoffs. So it's definitely nice to kind of get those 2 wins, especially that last game coming from behind. Good for the team and just kind of good for morale all around.
Now, Max, this is your rookie season with the AHL joining us, and I'm sure some of the veterans in the locker room have shared just the history with San Diego. It's definitely been a heated rivalry over the years. What's the feeling in the locker room, and how are you guys preparing for it?
Like the NHL, is playoffs are kind of a different animal, and you're a little bit more dialed in. It's a little bit more intense, right? So there's less room for error. So the guys are just kind of stressing that. The coaches are putting in a good strategy for us and kind of harping on those details so we can do the best we can.
Now, this is your first season, obviously, in the AHL. What is the feeling inside? What's the mentality going on with yourself, with your preparations? As you said, everything just does restart for the playoffs.
Yeah, it feels good. Playing meaningful hockey this late in the season, it's obviously an opportunity for all of us to kind of showcase even more so what we can do, and I'm just excited to get going.
Now, Ryan, maybe you can share a little more because it is a little different because there is also a playoff or a play-in part of the whole setup this year. I've been trying to understand it, but if you knew how I was really bad at math in high school, I can't do it. So maybe you can explain a little more of that too.
Yeah, so right now, actually, the game tonight, Colorado and San Jose will play just kind of a one-off game to decide who's going to play Henderson later this week. So they had a little 4-team tournament down in Irvine, and 2 winners last night, Colorado and San Jose will play tonight. And the winner of that gets into the best of 3 semifinals against Henderson coming up this weekend. And then the winner of that series will face the winner of the Condors Gulls series at the home of the higher seed. So if Bakersfield wins this weekend, they know that they're either at home next weekend or in Henderson. So 2 not bad places to play. And of course, with fans in the building in both places, it'll be a fun atmosphere either way.
What is that difference, Max, with the people actually being in the arena again? I know the beginning of the season was you heard Ryan and the Raptors and Mike Hart right there behind the glass, but otherwise it was kind of an eerie silence. What's the difference like now with that energy in the room?
It's awesome to have fans back in the building. There's kind of just that heightened sense of excitement coming around, through warm-ups all the way through to the end of the game. It's kind of weird hearing yourself talk on the ice surface, hearing other guys. It's nice to have fans back in the building for sure.
Ryan, heading into playoffs, of course, Friday, Sunday, and possible Monday, depending on how the seasons go or the series goes. What are the things to look out for? Because, San Diego and Bakersfield does have that rivalry. What are we going to be seeing as that puck drops on Friday?
Yeah, one, it's a rivalry, certainly. The 2 teams met in the postseason, an epic playoff series 2 years ago. I think there were 6 games, and 4 of them went to OT, and 1 went to 4 OTs, 1 went to 2 OTs. So I think we ended up playing like 10 games of hockey in 6 games, which was pretty crazy. But this is a loaded San Diego team. Max and his blue line partners have their work cut out for them, but they'll rise to the challenge. San Diego's a highly gifted offensive team. They got some serious skill up front. They've got Trevor Zegras now back, and I think he was 7th overall last year, and they got some solid veterans with Carrick and Agazino, and just some wily guys. And this is going to be a fun playoff series. I was kind of hoping it would be San Diego, just from an excitement standpoint. You want to play the best, and you want to be the best, and to do that, you got to beat the best, right? So I think for the Condors, San Diego's been probably the toughest opponent I think they've seen all season, and it's going to be a fun series.
What are you feeling, Max, as you head into that Friday puck drop?
Like Ryan said, it's they got some skilled guys, so we're gonna have to be a little bit more physical, I think, and contain those kind of guys, make them feel a little bit more uncomfortable on the ice. And we're just kind of working on, playing good stick on puck, all those details and stuff that the defensemen harp on, and so we're just getting ready for those guys.
Ryan, for everyone who wants to cheer on Max and the rest of the team as that puck drop starts on Friday for playoff time, how can they get connected up?
Yeah, a couple of different ways. So AXS.com is your way to get single game tickets. We also are selling a playoff pass, and basically the playoff pass is you'll guarantee your seat for every Condors playoff home game. So you can call our office at 324-PUCK. We'll get you set up with the playoff pass, and you only pay as we play. So you guarantee your seat for every game. If we only play Friday, Saturday, well, then you'll just wait till next week, and you'll come next week. If we don't end up hosting a final, then you don't have to pay anything else, but you'll be guaranteed your seats. So those are the best ways to get in the building. There are limited seats. We still only have about 1,100 capacity kind of in the building. And Friday's game will be televised on 23 ABC. So you can watch it locally free of charge, or you can watch it on AHL TV. I think it's $1 per game the rest of the way. And you can watch the action as well, too. So Friday at 6, Sunday at 5, and then Monday, if necessary, at 6. But we're hoping it's not necessary.
Well, let's make it unnecessary, and Max on that D line is definitely going to help that out a lot. Max, I appreciate you joining us as always. Ryan as well, and I cannot wait for Condors playoff hockey to be back in B-Town. Oh, it feels so good again, doesn't it? This has been another Condors Connection right here with Energy 95.3.